Welcome to the Circle of Grace One. I'm your host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder, Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey. I refer to myself here as Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey, and I'm the founder of the Circle of Grace One, which was founded on July 2nd, 1999 AD under the aegis and the anointing of the Angel of Grace through divine providence. It gave birth to its very own spiritual and metaphysical institute that you can catch right here online or through teleseminars and teleconferences, founded on February 7th, 2009, called the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance. Of course, I am the founder, bishop, host, and chief principal teacher of both, Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey, and I like to refer to my Circle of Grace One as the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance. We're right here at Ustream TV, broadcasting live every Monday. Usually start at about 5 p.m., but I chose to come on a little later at the beginning of this year at 6 o'clock just for this evening. We'll be back on next week at about 5:30 p.m. or 5 o'clock p.m. So we have a real wide variety or range in which to come on and broadcast. Sometimes I might broadcast a little later in the day or evening. Sometimes I do random broadcasting. And what's random broadcasting? Sometimes after a little bit of meditation, mediumship channeling, I might come forward like 2 o'clock in the morning, my time, and come out with a broadcast, or 6 a.m. in the morning with a broadcast, or 1 a.m. in the morning. So anything is possible here for the Circle of Grace One. We're not limited, and we don't create any limitations in what we're doing here. Now, before I get started tonight, let me open up with a prayer. Through divine power and by divine grace, may all that tune into today's show be blessed in one way or another by something that you hear or see here or even feel here. If you have any questions, the Holy Spirit says, just tune in and ask. Maybe you have an account here at Ustream, and you could simply then come in and type your question. May you be always praised and uplifted by others. May you always be blessed, but know that you need to sometimes give, seed into the lives of others with your wisdom, with your talent, your skills, your understanding, with your knowledge and your wisdom, and especially with your forgiveness, compassion, and unconditional love. Be that unto you, amen, and so shall it is, and let's get started. Well, I want to give you some contact information. Always give out that contact information in the beginning of the program. So, if you would like to email me after the show, IAM, the letters IAM dot circle of grace with the number 1 at the end at yahoo.com. That's IAM dot circle of grace 1 at yahoo.com, or iam.circleofgrace1 at gmail.com, or Bishop Francis, written as one word, lowercase BISHOPFRANCIS at Circle of Grace with the number 1 at the end .net. You could also Skype me through my phone system. I'm in there as Brother Francis Revels-Bey, REVELS dash capital B, second letter in the alphabet, capital BEY. That's Revels-Bey. Francis is the first name. Or you can call the Skype number 973-685-5978. Perhaps you'd like to listen to a 2-minute meditational decree on my request line, which is 505-717-4722. That's 505-717-4722, 505-717-GRACE. All right? So I'd like to thank you for that tuning in whenever you do, whether you join me in the live segment. Well, after every program, within about an hour or so, there's a copy of the show uploaded to my YouTube channel, Circle of Grace One. So if you miss the show live here and you just don't get it right at prompt time, whether it's Mountain Standard Time, 5 or 6 p.m. or 8 p.m., 9 p.m. or so, Eastern Standard Time and so forth, you can simply wait for an hour or later if you're up late, and maybe the next day if you have time, and go to www.youtube.com/Circle of Grace 1. Okay, and that's the number 1 after grace. All right, so today I wanted to introduce some things I feel that are important. There's a lot of information out there on crystals, on chakras. I just did previous shows, 4 or 5 previous shows, talking about numerology. One of my shows, I talked about the destiny number 1 through 9. And another show, I talked about the personal year cycles 1 through 9. Another one, I talked about residential and commercial addresses, the numbers that appear and what they could be pointing to. I also talked about letters in this symbolic format, how I kind of view them through a meditation, and share that in these programs. And that's, you saw letters A through E and the letter M one night, and then I came back and did from F all the way to Z, and gave you the numerical value. In fact, I gave you the when I worked it from F through Z, I gave you the Chaldean value and the modern numerology value, and then combined the two of them together. So you had 3 elements of numerology to represent that particular letter. So there's, a lot of interesting things that we are learning here and we're doing here, and information that I'm striving to put out there to everyone. At a later date, I may go back and walk you through master numbers and give you some insight about that. Give you some insight about numbers when you see them in what we call doubles, triples, and quadruplets. It's like you look at a time, it's 11:11. Well, it's not just 11:11, 11 dreams and visions going on and so forth, but then you see, each number in a corresponding pattern, from the thousands unit, thousands to the 100,000s to the tens, and through the unit column, which is really looking at fire, air, water, and earth. And so you get some information that way, as well as how the numbers are impacting in a very subtle way, or giving you information in a very subtle way for you to utilize. Okay, well, one of the things I'm going to go in, this will probably be a 60 to 90 minute program. We came on roughly about 7 minutes ago, so that was came on about 6:05 p.m. We're going to be on here a little past 7 p.m., maybe taking to about almost 7:30, 7:40 p.m., giving you about a 90-minute show. At some point in the very near future, called now, I'm not only going to just stick to doing these, but I'm also going to do teleseminars. I'm going to do these teleseminars either once every 4 weeks or once every 6 weeks. They're going to be prepaid teleseminars at a very low price, so that you'll be able to participate. And when you participate in a teleseminar, it can go anywhere from an hour to 75 minutes to also 90 minutes. And people can come on and we'll probably have hundreds of people on there, who knows, or 50 people, whatever amount that the universe allows to come on and hear these messages. But you'll be able to interact in a teleseminar program with me as well, and get additional information and a little deeper information about everything that you see right here or on the YouTube channel. So this is going to be information that you will be able to use right away. There's also going to be what I call a meditational prayer teleseminar or conference call, and then everybody that participates in that one will be able to offer prayers on a global level. We'll be able to offer prayers to each other, and this is a very interesting way for everyone to connect in the cyberspace ethers, but know that you're truly connected as one. And so this is going to help many people, not only locally, nationally, but also globally. And so we're looking forward to bring those to the forefront very soon. So be sure that you come here to the Ustream channel for Circle Grace 1, or see it later at YouTube, or email me so that you can find out when that teleseminar is going to come up. It'll be a prepaid teleseminar, very inexpensive, but you're going to really get a lot of information out of it. And do stay in touch, because you're going to want to know when the free teleconference call comes up, and how much more information you're going to be able to receive here. 2014, this is a great year for people coming on board and discovering, uncovering, and those talents that we have at our disposal here. We're blessed with a lot of things now, so it's like the go ahead signal to get out there and share and investigate everything that we know. Well, what I want to do right now is explain a little bit about the rainbow chakra system kind of meditation that I'm going to offer to you this evening. And this particular rainbow, what I call rainbow chakra, Western concept color system of the chakras are the energy wheels in the sympathetic nervous system. That's right down the center pole here in your body. We know we have if you look for your heart energy, it's to the left, but the middle pillar. So how do we come up with this concept, first of all, of the middle pillar? Well, first of all, if you look at it according to the tree of life, the Kabbalistic studies, you've got a middle pole, a right pole, and left pole. So I'm kind of facing, this is my left and this is my right. But let's say you're looking at me head on and I'm inside the schematic format called the tree of life. Well, to your right side, which is over here, to your right side, I'll be this mirror image to your right side. That side that you see there, it is called, when we look at it, we're looking at the pillar of, we have the pillar of severity, and you have the pillar of severity like the justice pole, and then you have the pillar of sort of beauty, and then the one in the middle is mildness. They both come together. So you got a pillar dealing with beauty and mercy, and over the other side, which is this side on the page, when you look at it, you'll be looking at the pillar of justice, as they would call it. And then in the middle is the pillar of mildness. And then above is the crown. So you look at the crown of the head is Kether, that is called. And then you look at, and that's the crown. And then the pole to the, considered to the person's left shoulder, it is called the Chakra. Okay, and Chakra is, if I'm pronouncing it right, well, that's the called the Divine Father energy, and then to the right pole is the Divine Mother, which is Bina or Bina, and then you just move on down, and there's 10 spheres. So there's a sphere or a circle of energy from your elbows, okay, and then there's a circle of energy for your hands, and there's a circle of energy in the pelvis region for the procreative organs, okay, and then you have a pillar of energy going down, being at the soles of your feet. So what you're going to see here, and then you have the pillar in the middle that kind of represents the great central sun, or the sympathetic nervous system, where the heart is seated, or the sun, the Christ self is. And then you're going to see a hidden circle, which is really right where the throat chakra is. That's the great abyss. That's, we gotta watch what you say, what you do. Okay, that's the circle that becomes empowered. Now, not only is this circle, these circles are in the front, but they're also on the back. So think of it like a big rectangular box that you stand inside of. Okay, now you only have one crown, so the energy of the crown is the same, and the energy of earth is the same, but all the rest are like poles of energy running through your body. You see, in crisscrossing. You have a higher triangle, and then a triangle underneath pointed down, and then another one pointing up, and so forth. So you've got a lot of different zones of energies that are going on in this schematic format that you're able to draw on. And usually what happens, you're drawing on between the two pillars to the center, and there's energy can become taut or relaxed or too relaxed. There's energy, of course, that you're pulling from both sides at the same time and trying to maintain a sense of balance in the center. So the pillar of mildness is where the state of meditation takes place. Okay, so you got energy here. Energy on the left pole is giving you the beauty and harmony and the wisdom and the mercy of nature itself, and the other side is giving you the not only just knowledge, but the wisdom, giving you the understanding, giving you the understanding and the power to work with that understanding, and then you get into the science of that understanding, and that puts you in a whole nother zone. So what you'll see in that schematic format, then you have the power with the power of nature, okay, and beauty in nature and science and magnetism. So it's electrical energy and magnetic energy. So there's a lot of things that one is really tapping into. Also, when you look at the schematic format of the tree of life, it kind of hints at the DNA structure. So it's letting you know that, it represents the little trees are sitting inside each one of your DNAs. They are codons or codes of energy sitting there that you're able to work with. So, and we look at the different energy zones of the chakras. We're going to meditate a little bit on each one. And this is just a beginning or a start for you. So it's not something that you necessarily have to lock into your consciousness as being the only way in which to do or study the chakras. So what we want to do is, how you put on a coat and you zip up. Okay, and then you have your coat you can zip down. Well, think of when you're zipping down, you're kind of closing, you're really more or less opening up the zones when you're zipping down, right? Because you're on when you're like a coat, when you take the zipper and pull it down, you're able to peel that coat back. When you zip it up, you are closing it up. So you're like accelerating the energy coming up, and when you bring it down, you're also opening and stabilizing energy and let it almost not drop on you, but fall down through you in a gentle process until it gets to the root format. So you could also think of it that way as well. Well, let's take a mild trip through the energy centers that we're going to be working with. And this is a way that you're able to connect yourself on a higher level so that you can remain open, so that you not only remain open, but you become sensitive to the energy fields around you, because you are yourself, you are an energy being, an energy form. You are of the divine source. This is what you are truly a part of. You are 100% a part of it, and you are here functioning through Earth, and you're bringing with you your divine intelligence and understanding, and everything that you need, everything that you desire is really within. And so you're bringing the energy here with you and displaying that energy, living it out, carrying out vibration through the earth plane. So let's get an understanding of, we might just jump around a little bit, but I want you to get an understanding here. You have the crown, the point where the hair is beginning to flow out from the top of your head. When you're a baby and you see a baby at birth, as they have their hair is right on that crown point, right where the back of the head comes to the top and the top of the head meets. That's the crown point back there. You have the base of your skull. That's an energy center. You have the brow center, the point between your eyebrows. There are many points now. We're just mentioning a few of these points. You also have the base of your throat, like in the Kabbalah, the schematic format. That's the circle or sphere for the abyss. That's the mystery box. But that's where we are right now. We're opening up from the fourth realm into the fifth. This is where the word is spoken. The word is made flesh. The combined energy can be spoken and materialized right through your throat center. And it's already doing that. In many occasions, people speak and they see what they speak. And they begin to understand that and see it come into fruition for themselves. Then you have the heart center, which is right in the middle of the sternum. And then you have the solar plexus. Then you have the navel chakra, and then beneath the navel chakra, you have what is called the sacral. In martial arts, the hara point in Japanese, or lower dantian, which is that second. If you're taking Dan yogas, the Koreans call it danjan, and here in the Chinese call it dantian. And this is like the cauldron. This is where the chi accumulates and begins to percolate, and kind of cooks inside the body, warms up, and then replenishes your entire system right through that second chakra. And then you have the base chakra or root chakra, which is right down there with the tailbone. So if you look at that, if you didn't include your navel, you have the root chakra at the tailbone, Then you've got the sacral chakra, which is number 2. Then you got the solar plexus, which is number 3. The heart, which is number 4. The base of the throat, which is number 5. The brow center, number 6. The crown chakra area, number 8. Now, if you were to also include these other centers, then you have the navel would give you 9, and then also the base of the skull would give you 10. So there you more or less have the houses. Now in other systems, there are chakras along the back that are opposite, along just outside your spine and opposite those chakra zones in the front. Then you have your kidney point zones. So there's a lot of zones here. So we have 10, including the navel and the base of the skull. Then you might think of your kidney points, because you got 2 kidneys with the adrenals. So that's 2 more. Okay, so that's what, 11 and 12. All right. Now, if you were to incorporate, you got energy zones in the middle of your palms connected to your heart. So that'd be 13 and 14. Then you got right at the base of the heel where you can issue energy out, and that would give you 15 and 16. Now there's more than that, because there's miniature zones all in the face, and then you got your right temple and your left temple and the top of your head. So we got 16, 17, 18, 19, not even counting all the other little zones going on. You got zones going up your arms, going up the back of your neck like a step ladder. Okay, you got zones going down in your pelvis, joint points, your knees, front and back and sides, your heels, the sole of your feet, the kidney points, okay, the bubbling spring points as they call them. And that's hooking you up energy-wise as well. There's a lot of points, but let's just keep it simple. Let's just radiate with the zones. And I'm going to place color vibrations with them so that we can the energy zones that we are working with. So let me take a little sip of water here. All right, so let's start. Since we are walking on earth, our feet are on the soil of the earth, and earth in itself is not a mystery. It's this organism, living organism, that we are a part of. All the creatures are here. All the animals are here. Birds are through here. Mammals, other mammals are here. Then you've got, everything else of a very minuscule form, but very powerful form. You got the insect kingdom that's here. That's what flourishing through the earth, and those that live that can bury deep into the soil of the earth. So we might hear for a moment standing on earth. Now, there are some systems that will give you beneath the earth, right down to the center of the earth, the womb of the earth. They would see it as a radiant purple light. Just keeping it simple, treat the earth as being like not only Mother Gaia, but being the womb of the creation of all. Embedded here, you might see it as a black energy light, not negative, a black light where the womb of the energy was the first beginning stages of power, understanding, wisdom, unconditional love, trust, reliability, justice, balance, compassion, grace. All of that's embedded, seated right there in the full body of the earth, and you're standing on it. So you might say the soles of your feet. The soles of your feet and the top of your feet going right underneath the ankles and coming up, right? Just over your ankles, you might see it as all of a black light energy rooting you in, just like a pair of socks, ankle socks, rooting you in to the earth, allowing you to like step into it, okay? Just like you might go sit on a bench or a wharf, and you sit there and put your feet in the water. You're doing the same. You're allowing yourself to root in to the earth and really absorb that energy coming up through your feet, through the soles of your feet. Let it really come up and become soothing. We know in foot reflexology there are points all along the soles of your feet and the toe and the heel and so forth that replicates the organ senses, connecting you to the organs, and the same with your hands. So you think of that black light, you're empowering all of those organs and the meridians and energy zones that are there throughout the body through the soles of your feet. And let's say, not abruptly, but right over your ankles, right at the top, beginning to come up. Think of like a crew sock that you might have on. And right there you get a sienna brown rich color coming in, and that is also coming up and carries you right up over the calf but beneath the knees. Okay, and you're feeling that, and that's like the top of the earth, that first crustive layer right beneath the earth coming up on the top, and you're allowing yourself to feel that, an earthen brown color. You've got the black color to lock you into place so you can feel the beginning stages of the beauty and the harmony, and then you have the brown, which now is talking about being down to earth and practical, making the energy very useful, allowing yourself to acclimate yourself to this energy. You feel a sense of calmness, and you feel somewhat protected at the same time, because you're mixing, right, your energy. This is where you begin to mix your energy fully. You begin to engage it, and it's coming right up over the shins and the calves, okay, taking you through the knees, okay, just above your knees, almost just above your knees, and then you begin to take in like a reddish sienna color, and it begins to now move up through your thighs, okay, the back and the sides and the top of the sides of your legs, giving you mobility and stability, okay, and think of your entire legs from the buttocks and the pelvis going all the way down, the groin area going all the way down into the earth like two huge roots of a tree. And so you've got that reddish brown color, and it's coming up and beginning to take on a red region at the pelvis, at the base of the spine. A beautiful, beautiful red. Now you might take it as a burgundy red or a soft pastel kind of red, but it is red no less. Don't look at that as a fiery, very comfortable. And as you bring this energy up, I want you to bathe the pelvic region of your body in the essence of that beautiful, soft, red light. In fact, you can use a ruby red kind of light. There is not fire engine red. It's not hot red. It's a ruby red, so it's soothing the entire pelvis region. And also, it's playing with the brown, the bubbling brown energy coming up out of the earth, which is playing with the solid black energy of the earth itself. And so, you've got this black, and then you got this brownish black, and then the brown, and then a reddish brown, and then the red. So you're allowing yourself to be positioned and connected to the energy, the life of earth itself. And just allow yourself to tingle and feel that. If you want, see the image of soil all around you, and you are part of that soil, the granules of the soil in the dirt. Like a red clay, if you might see it, a red clay of the earth, okay? You can feel it, you can sense it, you can feel it up against your skin. And now you are absorbing it all up. The energy is still there in all its various stages and blending from one stage into the next, and you're taking it into that root chakra, the base chakra, at the spine, in the pelvis, which is a beautiful ruby red. This is a healing energy red. So those of you who are parents and have children, you're soothing and healing this procreative center. Okay, healing and soothing it and massaging it with this ruby red, the Christ-like ruby red color that's also very helpful to you. It's very medicinal for the body. It's bringing back strength and rejuvenation and vigor to the body. Okay, it's making the body very supple in this area and very strong in this area at the same time. As it comes up now, just over, like lapping up over the hip bones, okay, there's sort of like a soft reddish orange light, and this reddish orange light then dips up into a beautiful orange light, and this is capturing the sacral part of you, the second chakra, donjon, lower dantian region. This is where the housing of the chi. So you might think of this as like a golden orange ball of light. This is the chi. It starts out very small, maybe about the size of a ping pong ball or the size of a golf ball. Really tight knit, but it's working together. You might feel it throbbing a little bit in that area right off the surface, about 3 finger widths, which is about 1.5 inches beneath your navel. Okay, that's the second chakra range. So you might see a ruby red band going all the way around your body. If you are a martial artist, you had on your sash would cover right around your navel. If you're a person like a formal attire, you might wear a cummerbund right there, which is a master's link, okay, gentleman link. Okay, then you might see, like in karate and jiu-jitsu, the belt here, the obi, okay, have that sash in another way, wrapped there with a knot, usually right at the navel, or the knot just beneath, right, sitting right there in that second chakra range. Okay, now you see this as beautiful orange light, okay, golden orange light if you like, and it's very soothing. And here, not only helping and assisting in a procreative way or a creative energy field, for creativity with the universe, you're also seeing it blending and attracting good positive vibrations. It's also the point of elimination. So you can release things out of your system you don't need, okay, and you can gain things that you desire. See it as a huge magnet around your body. Second chakra, feminine energy, incoming energy. Root chakra, masculine energy, outgoing energy. So already you've got energy out, energy in, and it's looping through each other, and you might see it in a figure 8, weaving its way. The energy weaving its way up vertically and also horizontally between your right and your left leg, right foot and left foot, weaving back and forth. That energy is moving. So you see like a black figure 8 and a blackish brown figure 8, a brown figure 8, reddish brown figure 8, ruby figure 8, and it's going all the way up. It's weaving itself. So you're seeing these petals weave back and forth through your body, right to left, front to back, okay, and vertically through you at the same time. So as this is going now, we slide up to the navel, and as we slide up into the navel, we go into this yellowish orange range over the navel, okay, and as we go up into this yellowish orange range over the navel, we're bringing it up just into the solar plexus. Now what we're doing is right around the navel. The navel is that point when you were connected to your mother, the umbilical cord between you and your mother. That's where you receive your nourishment, right, from your mother, which helped you. So think of this umbilical cord, which is still there. This umbilical cord is still there, and it's connecting you not only to the mother, but to Mother Gaia. And like your mother is connected to Mother Gaia, and your father is connected to Mother Gaia. So we all are connected. This golden silver cord, which is coming out like this yellowish orange cord, and that is feeding into us, seeding into us, making us clearer in our minds, so we know what to release and what to save. Okay, now as this energy begins to float up and move toward the solar plexus, which is right beneath the sternum and right between the navel and the sternum, that is your solar plexus region, and this gets a beautiful yellow. You might see it as a golden yellow light, okay, but a beautiful yellow light. And this is the place where they sometimes call the fourth brain, the second brain. This is where you get that gut feeling. This is where you get that intuitive gut feeling, that intuitive psychic energy, that gut empathic energy. This is where you feel it right down in here, okay? That you feel that energy, your body's letting you know that something is near, something is good, something is not good for you. You feel it here. This yellow vibration is also a mental vibration. So this is where the body is thinking. The body is doing its thinking as well as its sensing and its feeling. You might see this solar plexus like the sun, revolving like our personal sun, or a smaller sun. And you might see the sacral point like the lunar energy. And in the halls, I'll call it, treatises of Tai Chi, they talk about fire, huh? Li and Kan, fire and water. So Ki, is sitting up there in the solar plexus region at its highest point, and the other one, the water essence, is down where the lunar plexus or sacral chakra is. So it's a point up and a point down, or a triangle coming up with a base and a triangle pointing down, which kind of forms that six-pointed star. Okay, and your navel right in the middle. So your navel is nourishing from the fire energy, which is Li, Li, and the Kan, Kan, water energy, and it's producing this steam. And so the energy of fire can pass up out of the earth, and the energy of water can come down and replenish the earth. And when it rains, you have precipitation, right? When it rains, water comes down out of the clouds and what? Replenish the earth. Okay, when fire gets to it, it heats it up and creates vapor, and it rises back up. So this process is going on all the time. This is just a simplistic way of bringing out this information to you as you absorb it. Now, you might see it another way, and that's good too. You want to add on to it. So there's nothing that I'm saying really disrupts your personal study or your personal take on it. I'm just offering this this evening so people have something to work with. Okay, many people are already aware of this. Some people are just getting in tune. Some people are just discovering it. It's brand new. So just keep it as simple as possible, even though I'm bringing a lot of things to the table. Okay, now as we move up, we go from that yellow, pure yellow, with a tint of green in it, like a emerald green color. So you might almost get that lime green shade, and that's beginning to bring you into the earth. You think of earth, E-A-R-T-H. If you scramble the letters, you can find what? Heart. Hear, H-E-A-R. E-A-R, to have an ear. To listen, have a heart. H-E-A-R-T. So it's interesting. You scramble it around, you see it in there. All right, so as this energy is bringing itself up, we jump toward the sympathetic area chakra for the heart, which is right in the center, energy moving in the center. And this is like a grassy green shade. So we went from a lime green to a grassy green. You might take it darker into like an emerald green if you like. Therefore, it brings to see that Kelly green energy. And this is where, when a doctor or a nutritionist or maybe a holistic person tells you maybe you need to rest and step into nature. When you step into nature, you see plenty of green. The green of the earth, the blades of grass, the green stems of plants, and the petals of plants. So, and the leaves on trees and so forth. So it's designed, that green, think of the green as like the chlorophyll that's in there. And that chlorophyll, has photonic energy from the sun embedded in it. And so the tree and the plants are able to bend toward the sun, as if they're bowing toward the sun, but they reach up through the earth, and they feel the presence of light, the solar energy, the lunar energy. So all this energy is imbibed. It's in there. It's imbued in its place. This planet is seated throughout. Here it is in the chakra range green, fourth realm. And the heart now is that bridge between the physical energies, the solar plexus, the navel energy, the second or chakra and the root chakra, and going all the way down into the earth itself through the soles of your feet. Well, then here you have this green energy field, this bar of green light, this tube of green light running around your body like an inner tube on a tire. And this is where you can float between the two worlds, where you can connect and relax between the two worlds, between the earthly plane and stepping into the heavens, the spiritual realm. It's in this green essence. So this green is going to bring you everything that you desire, everything that you you're looking for. It's already there. All the nutrients, all the spiritual nutrients are there. And when we're dealing with the heart center, heart chakra, heart wheel of light, this is the seat of compassion and divine grace. This is the seat of forgiveness and unconditional love. Harmonic peace can be brought upon the earth here in the heart. This is where we give it. This is where we receive it. This is the throne of grace. The power of grace is here. The throne and the power. The throne is the authority of grace. The power is the issuing energy of the force of grace, which is very light and very subtle. Grace, as they say, grace comes on its own. You don't have to call grace. It's there. You're doing something. It's, you might not even feel worthy to live or to have finance, and all of a sudden it shows up. That's grace. So obviously you don't have to be someone that has too much spiritual knowledge, if we say, or too much occult knowledge, if we say, or metaphysical knowledge, but you could be in the element at any time and grace appears. The beauty and harmony, peace and unconditional love of grace, a divine principle and virtuous energy of grace can materialize itself based on things that you are doing. So it is a divine force unto itself, divine truth and understanding unto itself. Well, as this energy moves up higher, between the base of the throat and the heart, we get this blue, sky bluish green light. And this is an energy that's, we might think of it like a turquoise blue light. This is the capstone of the Christ energy on top of the great central sun energy right there, which is in your solar plexus, and the heart is the umbrella for that. And now we move into the airwaves to communicate between, on a higher plateau, what the heart understands, what the heart knows. That's right here. Sometimes people doing various things with tapping the body, they tap here. That's awakening the energy there, tapping the faces, awakening the energy to see, to know, to understand, to remember, and to accept and to embrace. All this energy is happening, to breathe it in. So tapping the body different ways. So there's so many ways in which you can allow yourself to connect in very powerful ways. So now you are projecting the Christ love, its highest point right here, just above the heart range, coming here. And as you begin to do so, bring yourself into a total state of harmony, harmonic peace, understanding, unconditional love, forgiveness, and gratitude, all here. As you opened yourself up to it, you walked in, and now you're ready to speak it into manifestation, to materialize it. Mata, womb. So you're materialized and walk on the face of the earth now. Your words can walk with you, and through you comes in through the throat center. Throat center gets that sky blue, and eloquent speakers have been said to, people listen to great orators and speakers and motivational speakers. They're sensitive enough to notice and see that there's silver bubbles of light coming through the throat center. This is one who has a command of the language, the energy of the language as well, and can bring their point across to other individuals. So this is something that people are able to do and are comfortable doing, to deliver a message. So this is important because you're feeling that, and you know that you can release. Also, in the heart region is that of, and the solar plexus too, but especially in the heart center, heart chakra, is the seat of not only compassion but the empath. The empath is one who issues a great deal of love and harmony and peace upon the earth, so they feel very deeply, very deep love here. So the seat of compassion being right here, and their empathic state of wellness is here. And they are the M means in, or turn EM around is me. I'm the path. I'm the journey. I'm the path. I'm the vessel. Me path. Empath. That's one who can feel it all. They don't have to think about it. They don't have to second guess. They can just feel it for what it is, and it's direct. Well, now when that empath, now all that energy, feeling, sensing, goes into the throat chakra at the base of the throat, there, that's where one has also the ability of clairaudiency. And this is connected to here. How many people have suffered sinus congestions and colds in the throat and find their ears being agitated at the same time? So you know that there's a connection between the two. So if you're feeling like you can't hear through your ears, you might have to clear out your throat centers more. Difficulty in the throat centers will tell you there's difficulty in the ears, so you need to tune into that. Now this is just, spiritually thinking, spiritually feeling. My experience, I know for sure. Now as you step in there, you've got this clairsentient energy in the solar plexus, the lower part of the body, and then you've got this empathic energy. Then you've got the clairaudient energy that takes you into the hearing in a very subtle way. You can hear acoustic sounds at a distance from you. It could be halfway around the world, but you can still hear the conversation and the sound, music, and the tones coming to you. Because you're on a different wavelength. We step into the brow center. This has been given the indigo. Indigo is that purplish blue light. And this is the point be known here as clairvoyant center. Okay, to see the light. See the light clearly. Okay, and when you meditate deeply through that brow center and shift it a little higher across the forehead, it's like a projector on a slide machine to watch movies, like an AV, audio-visual, movie machine. So your brow center opens up, laser-like, so you get like a flashlight, but the engine is all the way back into the base of your skull. So you realize sometimes when you are meditating, your awareness of that is not here, but it's further back in the base of your skull, and that's the projector. Also, the base of your skull, which is a magenta range of light, that is the place for your own Akashic records, your own halls of wisdom of past, present, and future. Okay, the plausibility of future. That's all back in the base of the skull. That's the annals. That's where you go. That's where your library is. And you begin to go there, and when you have touched upon it enough times, it opens up and kicks out the energy so you can see it here. And also drawn up through your physical eye into your third eye and up. So you're able to see the light clearly. Hear the light clearly. Feel the light clearly. Clairsentience is sensing it clearly. Then be the empath, feel it. Then as you move around all that energy, the temples, right and left temples, are allowing you to pull on the more spiritual and metaphysical with the practical way of thinking it out and just contemplating on it. And then you step into the crown, and that's the point that goes up from the base of your head, and it goes up to the top, but not the full top, but right there on the angle on your side of the head. If I was to turn my head, I'll turn this way, and it's here. It's right there. If I didn't have this hat on, it'd be right there in the center. So you're able to connect right there, and that's where the higher wisdom, higher consciousness begins to filter in. Now, it's not only just filtering from outside, but is energy of wisdom and understanding that's already embedded right in that area in your head, connected to the right and left temples and the extreme top of your head, the hairline in the center, brow center, and in between. So you got all these energy zones connected to the crown. Information is being drawn out of all of these areas. You think of it like bookshelves or chambers or safes, and being released up into the crown so you can further connect with that which is outside of yourself. Well, now you've gone from that indigo blue to the magenta to the crown, which is sort of like a violet shade, or that royal purple shade. It'll be little dark purple to light purple. They're But that's the crown point. That's where the wisdom sets into you. That's where you are getting this information from above and from different sources. It's right there. As the energy in the body is replicating itself and at moving at, let's say, warp speed, moving very quickly through and out the body, as the stronger you get emotionally, mentally, physically, you begin to tone, you begin to feel the chi flow through your body gets warmer, it's circulating the energy, you can control it with your breathing and with your deep awareness of where the energy is at all points and how it feels in the body. Well, you can project and bring this all together like a chef, stir the soup pot, bringing the energies together and then releasing them through the crown. The energies speed up, it turns into like we call the white light. White's not negative. Black's not negative. One is a flip side of the other, and a mirror image of the other, the exact opposite of the other. So you think the soles of your feet on into the earth a little bit is the black light energy, and above the crown of your head, going all the way up through. And a very interesting factor you'd want to know that the let's say the width of the length from your tip of your thumb to the tip of your middle finger, this is how you can measure. Get the temple and to the brow center and to the hairline and to the base of the skull, and if you're touching the base up to the crown, these are the increments, these are positions in which you could tune into and bring all these energies together. So you can go with the base of the throat and the center of the sternum, or the heart center, and then stretch it, go just past the base of the sternum, taking you into the belly or the root foundation of the solar plexus. There's so much here that you can begin to work with. So let's begin to take us, we're about 43, 45 minutes into this show. Let's kind of step into a meditation right now. And we're going to work with, and we've done this before, heart-centered meditation, the journey to grace. But there's so many things that we could connect. Let's pick a spot. And let's say you want to speak more of your truth and hear the truth on the inner plane. Let's go to the base of the throat, which gives us this beautiful sky blue energy. You're going to draw on the Christ self within, which is the turquoise kind of energy, and the heart center. So you feel total compassion, beauty, harmony, and grace, and love. And you're going to ask this part of your body, it's sort of like a homework assignment, ask this part of your body to share with you things you do not know. So it's the body knows. It experiences life just like every other breathing organic form experiences life. It experiences life through touch, through sound, through breath, through taste, through hearing. And we're going to feel the presence of this. I want you to feel it through your heart center. Then back up through that bridge of the Christ self going into the base of the throat. If you want, you can zoom in to your remembrance of a beautiful blue sky. Begin to take that energy in through your deep breathing. The beautiful blue sky. Taking it in through the throat center and sighing it out with an exhale through the throat and mouth. Inhaling again through the nose and then sighing upon it. S-I-G-H-I-N-G, which you're just feeling it roll through you. Continue that about 2 more times, and then afterwards just hold your attention, hold your vision on the blue sky in the base of the throat. Begin to feel the presence of this energy. and taking it in. And as you exhale, just let it release itself through your body. So you're going to let that blue etheric light of the sky flow into your neck muscles and shoulder muscles and back area, upper part of your back and the upper part of your chest. You might stretch that blue light and letting it come roll through your shoulders, through the triceps and the biceps and into the forearms and elbows and wrists, into the base of the palms, the center of the palms, the knuckle pads underneath your fingers. Just feel it. Just at that point, while that is going on, I want you to step into the heart center, that beautiful grassy green light, or Kelly green light if you chose it, or emerald green light of balance and harmony, moderation and peace. Gratitude is there, forgiveness is there, reliability, trustworthiness is there. You just feel a sense of total beauty and justice happening there, and grace easing through it all. You're feeling a sense of effortlessness. Get a little tongue tied here. Effortlessness. You don't feel like you have to work at it at all. One time I taught some Tai Chi movement, so let's do that a little bit. Inhale, exhale, press out. Pressing out through the base of your palm. Drawing in. Inhale, press out. Inhale, palms facing you. Roll over, press out. Think of like sitting on a canoe, rowing. Right? Rowing. Same concept, rowing. Go forward, and you gotta pull back. Stretch forward with the arms, pull back with the oars. With your hands, push out and float back in. Perhaps you need to do that and feel the energy massage itself through the body. Feel it massage itself through the body. Let's take that indigo range and feel it open. Just go just like this. Or figure eight, opening, opening, and just bringing the hand out, expanding the energy, pulling it a little bit. You do this enough times, you'll feel the energy and tingling sensation all over your head. And then absorb, pull it in through the brow center without swallowing yet. Bring it down into the base of the throat, into the heart center, solar plexus. Draw it in, navel. Draw it in, second chakra, right down to the root, and let it go. Let it out to that tailbone region. Just release it. As you're releasing it, it's going through the pelvis, riding right down your legs, going off into the earth. You can inhale through the soles of your feet, the inside pattern, the thighs and the calves, and the back of the thighs and the calves, and bringing it up into the pelvis region, inhaling it, swooping up. Let's say resting right where that orange golden ball of light is, the lower Dantian second root chakra. Just kind of feel it. Imagine it just rolling through water right there, and then turning and going the other way in different directions, heating it up. Focus your mind there as if that was the center of your body, and just press it back out when you exhale. Bring it back in as you inhale, and go right through that area, through the navel, through the solar plexus, through the center of the heart, base of the throat. Bring it up right into the brow center, and right and left temple, down to the base of the skull, back up into the crown, and just let it shoot up and fan out and radiate. Feel the energy flow up like an umbrella, mushroom, and come down. And if you want, you catch some of it in the palms of each hand. Bring it up again through the soles of the feet, instep up through the pelvis, inhaling, past the navel. Just keep going, inhale to the heart center, base of the throat. Take it up into the brow center, move it through the brow center, move it through right and left temple, back into the base of the skull. One more time, a little bit of inhalation up into the crown, and now release it out of the crown, release it out of the top of the head, release it out of the center point of the hairline, and catch it into the center of the palms. Feel a little tingling sensation like you might be holding a ball of energy. Clasp the hands together, rub them together. Now if you want, you can take your glasses off. If you're wearing glasses, you can leave them on. You're going to send the energy back into your eyes. Back into your eyes. Rub together. Cup your hands over your eyes. Open your eyes, look into the center of your palms, and breathe. Inhale, feeling the chi come off the hands and go into your eyes. That good, strong, etheric energy. Now, the healthier you are, the stronger it's going to get. Your chi is going to become. And you're going to be able to replenish your eyes and replenish your saliva and your throat, stations in your ear and everything. Just take a moment and rest in that. Don't rush. If you want to stand up, don't stand up quickly. Just take your time. Allowing yourself to stretch through your limbs, both arms and hands and legs. You might bounce the feet up and down on the balls of your feet. Turn the heels in and out, but keep your toes on the ball of your feet. Just kind of open the energy centers up and bounce the legs at the same time, and then allow to bounce the rest of the body all the way up. Just relax. Just relax and letting this energy come all the way up again to the top of your head and just massage itself all the way down. Feel it go behind your eyes, through your eyes. Let it clear out your nasal passage, right and left nostril, upper jaw, bottom jaw, tongue, chin, behind your ears. Just play with that energy now. Flow with that energy. We're going to shift for a moment now, while many of you are doing that, as you see fit to do it. Alright, we have a few more minutes to work with here. We're still going to stretch this out, if we can, to about 90 minutes. So we're going to pick a topic that sometimes people often wonder about. And people often wonder, well, how can I become more psychic, or more empathic, more intuitive? Well, there are various exercises, but one of the things you want to understand is that the reason why they call ESP what it is extrasensory perception. So we all perceive energy differently. We perceive it through sight, sound, right? You hear, you see, that's two. You smell, you taste, and you touch. Now those are your 5 natural sensory perception tools. Now we heighten it to extra. That's where the intuitive nature comes in and the psychic nature comes in. The empathic nature, your clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant energies come in. But how can one set this up so that one can become a student of this? Well, if you want to fine-tune your hearing, here's a simple exercise. Next time you're watching TV, turn the volume down a notch. Let's say if you listen at a 6, turn it down to 3. And now you just barely hear it at 2. And then at 1. Now you might be good at reading lips, but I want you to sense what the person is doing on the screen through body movement. This body movement can relay a lot of energy, truth or false, to you. You can see it in the body mechanics, how the person is moving and carrying themselves. Another way to enhance is to take an envelope, take some index cards, and write one word or a number on it, or put a picture on it, And you might start off with 3 envelopes, but who knows, you might start off with 10, half a dozen envelopes. Using one of those security envelopes if you like, so that you can't see through the envelope, even if you held it up to the light. But when you write down a series of symbols or numbers or colors, one word or a short phrase, seal it in an envelope, you can lay it between the palms of your hands and see what you can feel. If it warms up, you're on point. If it cools down, you're off point. You won't have the right answer. But what you want to do is don't grade yourself now. Don't make it like how many I got wrong and how many I got right. Just enjoy the moment of going within and becoming sensitive to what you're feeling or hearing or sensing or smelling. Another way to fine-tune your awareness of things is to place or do, and this is good if you do it with a partner. So this way you're not seeing what the partner is bringing to the table because you have your eyes closed. Let the partner bring 5 objects. Now 5 objects could be a stapler or a pencil or a ping pong ball, a golf ball, a basketball, a football. But if it's a football, you'll be able to determine because you'll feel the grains of if they say the pig skin, so to speak, goes to the point. So you'll kind of pick up on it. But these are different methods. Here's an advanced method. You could be seated outside in a park, which is good, or maybe your car. If it's your car and you're parked behind someone else's car, what I want you to do is put all of your awareness on the other car in front of you. Put all of your awareness there. Allow yourself to get in touch and feel the energy of the car ahead of you. Feel the energy of the car on the inside, how the passenger might be, or how many people were in the car, about the driver. Then wait a while if you see the people get in or the person gets in. Or drive past. See if you can feel the energy again. People are touching objects all the time. When they do that, we step into what is called psychometry. So where a person who's sensitive enough can pick up an object held by another person and get images, sounds, scents, smells about that object that they're holding. These are ways in which you can develop your ESP, your psychic and your intuitive nature, your empathic nature. But you should employ some part of the exercises every day. The more you do it, the better for yourself. Have fun and relax as you allow yourself to step into this course of study. Now, again, what you should do is keep a journal with you so you can take notes. What's another way of enhancing that level of sensitivity? Psychic, intuitive, empathic, clairsentient, you name it. Pay attention to your dreams. That's another way. When you're trying to recall a dream, you want to write it down as if you're writing a movie. So you figure out the number of people that you saw in the dream, who they were if you could identify them. What kind of colored clothing did they have on? That helps you. What was the time of day within the dream? What was the weather like during the dream? That helps you describe what's going on, the subject matter. So these are different ways in which you could exercise to bring forth your qualities with yourself. Practice, as they say, makes perfect. Practice brings perfection. Practice allows you, repetitive practice allows you to bring you to a point where you could trust what you're picking up, what you're sensing. We have to realize that the body itself is like a pendulum. The body, right or left, whichever way you designate to receive and give energy, will allow you to playfully feel the resourcefulness of this energy, the infinity of this energy. You'll be able to feel it all as it flows through you. This is a way of you learning more about who you are energetically in relationship to the object that you're tuning into or wanting to understand. Is it organic or inorganic? Is it a person or an animal or a bird or an insect or a plant or a tree or a flower or just the stream itself, a body of water? You allowing yourself to engage, to embrace all at the same time. So these are different things that you could utilize. Or maybe take a CD of your favorite music. What you do is you play it at its normal volume sound. So if you got it at a 6, play it at a 6. Play it at a 7, play it at a 7. But what's your job? Depending on how many instruments, is to follow just one instrument. The sound of one instrument. People do that sometimes when they dance. They dance to all the rhythms that they hear, or just the bass that they're dancing to. Or is it the sound of the drummer that they're dancing to, the conga player. You allow yourself to really get into the flow. This way, you're allowing yourself to be a part of the energy. That way you can interpret the energy better and play into the energy. Let the energy be healing for you as well. These are different ways in which you can get in touch and develop your psychic ability. Psychic means the measurement of the soul, So this is what you're looking into, the measurement, the expansiveness of the soul energy, the essence of who you are. The more you can study about yourself, then you get more comfortable. You can look outside yourself. So that's one of the things too. Study yourself first. Be observant of you, then be observant of other people. And the more observant you become, then you become like this scientist, this metaphysical scientist, when you start paying attention to everything that's going on around yourself. You start paying attention to everything that's going on around yourself. This is good to do. Okay, so many of you are going to have some questions. Be sure to email me at iam.circleofgrace1@yahoo.com. iam.circleofgrace, circle of grace with the number 1 at the end, like you see here, but it's all one word, circleofgrace1@yahoo.com. Or iam at iam.circleofgrace1@gmail. So there's Yahoo and Gmail, and they both have iam.circleofgrace with the number 1 at the end at Yahoo or at gmail.com. Or Bishop Francis, BISHOPFRANCIS at circleofgrace with the number 1 at the end .net. Skype me 973-685-5978. That's 973-685-5978. Or use my other line, which you can call this line 24/7 and listen to a meditational decree. Then leave your name, full 10-digit number, first and last name, and how you heard the show, maybe a question, at 505-717-GRACE. That's 505-717-4722. Well, this is where you connect. I hope to be back here promptly at 5 p.m. But if I don't come back on promptly at 5 p.m., I will notify all of you through Twitter and Facebook in the Ustream community at what time I will come on next Monday. Also, you could tune in, email me, and ask about the teleseminar that's coming up. It's a prepaid teleseminar. And also, at that point, I'll let you know when the teleconference comes up. We're going to try to do these teleseminars and teleconferences about every 4 to 6 to 8 weeks, so people can have an opportunity to get the information. Just link up with me on Facebook on the Circle of Grace 1, Bishop Francis Revels-Bey, or Brother Francis Revels-Bey. I'm right there on Facebook, or you can follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter if you like. All right, well, the Circle of Grace 1 was founded July 2nd, 1999 AD, under the aegis and the anointing of the Angel of Grace through divine providence. It gave birth to its very own spiritual and metaphysical institute called the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance. And I like to link them together. The Circle of Grace 1 is the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance. Well, until next time, remember, The divine grace is a blessing, as we are alive and well in the age of remembrance. I love you. Thank you very much, and see you next time.